Hello YouTubers and welcome to a new video of Arepas for Dinner. So in today's video we are gonna talk about Czech good manners that are not really good manners in my culture. So for the ones who don't know me, my name is Andrea and I'm from Venezuela, but I live in the Czech Republic and I'm married to a Czech man. So pretty much all my videos are about my life here in this country. For the ones that do know me, know this is my normal place, but I moved. I have a video about that as well. As well in my Instagram, I have the entire thing about moving and I cannot find anything yet and my studio is not ready. So for the time being, I'm gonna be recording in my back. Also, I invite you to follow me on Instagram as well as in YouTube. In Instagram, I'm such an Instagrammer and I love commenting everything with you guys. I love answering all your messages. I really enjoy the interaction. And if you like this type of subjects, if you like this type of videos, you're gonna love my channel and you're gonna love my Instagram too. So go follow me and that's it. Let's start with the video. Good manners in Czech Republic that are not good manners in Venezuela. Number 1, taking your shoes off when you get to somebody's house and even being offered slippers. So I know as a general rule in Northern Europe and Eastern Europe and Central Europe and Asia as well, taking your shoes off, and in Canada, in America, I think it's the only country that does that, taking your shoes off at home is like a mandatory thing. So of course, when you get to somebody's house, you're asked to take your shoes off. It's actually very polite to take your shoes off. It's actually what you should do. And as well, you get offered pantufles or slippers that the owner of the house is gonna give you. For us, that would be considered extremely rude with your guests, and especially because women take a lot of time and money on buying their shoes in Venezuela. Number 2, and this one is so silly, and let me know if this is my husband that is crazy or it's a general thing. Eating the decoration on the dish. Meaning, when you go to a restaurant, usually you have a side decoration that I have to be honest, I haven't seen that much in Czech. So for us, for example, in Venezuela, that little tiny salad with a little bit of just a couple of lettuces, and you're not supposed to eat that. It's just decoration. But here, for example, when I get served CZECH Good Manners, I thought the cream and cranberries were just decoration. And no, here, everything that is on the plate, you should eat. Number 3, and this one is about drinking because, hello, Czech Republic, and is forcing people to drink shots. In Czech Republic, it's actually very, very polite to offer short shots to your guests and actually kind of force them to drink them, which is very interesting because that would seem very rude in my culture. Number 4, and it's about the same, drinking shots. So in Czech Republic, drinking shots is something polite. When you go to somebody's house, they might offer you some very good homemade liquor or some slivovice or some becherovka. I love becher. And you are supposed to take that shot. In my culture, youngsters do take shots, but you will never see my parents taking a shot. Maybe small, digestive, the same little cup within like half an hour. But here you can have your parents having 2 or 3 quite fast shots. Number 5, and this one shocked me very much, that is drinking with the new father. Meaning, once a couple has a baby, while the woman is in the hospital, the father goes out with the friends to get drunk. That's something very different in our cultures, and it comes from, in my culture, the husband can stay with a new mom in the hospital, sleeping with her in a private room. So pretty much there's no chance for him to go out with friends. Here, now more and more hospitals are finally introducing private rooms, but that's not super normal. And they're actually quite little. I think there's like 1 or 2 per hospital. So it's not that normal that the husband can sleep with a newborn and the mom. So what does he do? He do what was done many years ago when the fathers couldn't even be in the hospital. That is, they go out and they drink with the friends to celebrate the new baby. That in my culture would have seemed extremely disrespectful, but that's actually a very good costume in the Czech Republic. Number 6, and this one is about cars. So when you pick somebody, because you're going on a trip, you pick them at a location and not at their house. It's actually very rude to force somebody to pick you up in their house if you're going on a trip. For example, if you are 2 or 3 friends that are going on a ski trip, you might pick the other 2 friends in a metro station. That's much more polite than actually forcing the person to go to your house. In my culture, it would be exactly the opposite. You are supposed to pick and leave the person at their doorstep. And that's a huge difference. Number 7, and this one is pretty much in entire Europe, not just in Czech Republic, that is eating in public and drinking in public. And I don't mean in a square, I mean literally walking on the street while eating. That's something you see it very common in America, and as well you just can, if you want, take your coffee to go and there's no issues with that, while here is kind of rude. So the right thing to do on the good manners is to eat sitting down in a restaurant. So no, you don't eat in public transportation, you don't drink in public transportation, you do it in your house or in a restaurant. Maybe that's why I like to go by car, because I can have my breakfast in the car while going directly to where I have to be. Number 8, and this one is about public transportation again, that is no speaking on the phone in public transportation. It's very, very rude here in the Czech Republic to pick up your phone when you are in the metro or in the tram. You are supposed to pick up and maybe say, I'll call you later, I'm in the tram. And that's just because Czech society is a very quiet society. In fact, I'm here screaming and I can tell you that all my neighbors can hear me and they're very annoyed at my screams in this moment. So you're not supposed to just talk in the metro and the trams, and if you do, you're gonna get very bad stares because it's just disturbing other people. Number 9, and this one might seem silly, and if you live in the Czech Republic, you might not even notice, that is, people leave a huge distance in the lines. And I'm not talking about now with the corona time, I'm talking about always. When you go to a bank, for example, and there's a line to speak with a cashier, you might have 2.5 meters in between the person in front of you, and that's absolutely crazy. I mean, I understand the reason why, and I like it, is so you can have your own personal space and nobody can trespass it. But I've literally have to wait outside of a pharmacy because there were 3 people online and they were living so long of a distance in between them and the person in front that I couldn't fit inside the pharmacy. Crazy, right? Number 10, and this one is quite different from our culture, that is no small talk. That means that you're not gonna pick small talk with people in the supermarket line, in the pharmacy line. I mean, they live those 2.5 meters distance, right? But on top of that, no, small talk is not normal and you don't start conversations with the strangers. I'm not sure if Czech people do that because they're shy or because it actually annoys them when somebody asks something or says something. For us, it's very normal in Venezuela to be, for example, in the supermarket and you're picking up a bread and somebody else tells you, oh, that brand is delicious, you're gonna love it. For us, it's very common to do those small talks. That's not that common in the Czech Republic. I don't even think it's polite. Number 11, letting men sit in front in the car drive. What does that mean? When you're going, for example, 2 couples to a trip, it's very common to let the 2 men sit in the front and the 2 girls go in the back so each can talk. For us, that would be considered extremely rude, and in fact, we call that sitting like Portugueses, and I don't know why we call it that way, but that's how we call it. And yeah, for us, the idea is that the couples should always sit together, so you should always have men and woman, and never 2 and 2. Number 12, breaking a wedding in 2. And actually, I think next week I'm gonna do that wedding video because I have my research complete and I have the big differences in between Venezuelan weddings and Czech weddings. But this is a small thing about very, very traditional weddings in Czech Republic. Most weddings are not like this anymore, but you can still encounter these. That is, the wedding is divided in 2 parts. So first you have the ceremony, then you have lunch, and then you have the actual party. So in the ceremony, everybody's invited, and then for the second part, for the lunch, everybody's dismissed. So everybody would go home, change into more comfortable clothes. The family of the bride and groom go have lunch together, and then everybody gets together again for the party. This in my culture would translate as rude because it would force people to go back home and change. And actually, for us, it's very important to keep your outfit until the end of the wedding, and so that thing of changing from the formal to a more comfortable outfit, it would never happen in my culture. But here is actually considered okay, even polite. Number 13, congratulating on day name. As you know, if you're a Catholic, or if you're not, I will explain you. The saints have certain days. It depends on the day they die or in the day they were born. So those days are considered nowadays in a Czech Republic that is not Christian or Catholic anymore, the name day. So the day of the saint translates to the day of the name, and now you have a name day where you actually can get presents and congratulations from your friends. That's very funny for me because for me, for example, we don't celebrate name days, we celebrate birthdays only, but we do celebrate certain saints. For example, San Juan is the 23rd of June, or Saint John, and here it would be Jan, name day. 14, and this one catches my eye every time, that is not letting kids scream too much, rather cry or play in public being too loud. As I said before, Czech people really like silence and they're not known for being loud whatsoever. So actually having your kids scream even when they're playing is considered rude. So it's very polite just to tell your kids to shut up or just not scream or lower their voice even when they're playing. Number 15, and this one is quite weird for me, especially coming from Venezuela. That is, everybody obeys the curfew of music. Curfew of music is that by 10 p.m. you are not supposed to have loud music. And when I say loud music, I mean music on in your house, even on the weekends, even on New Year, so people actually respect that. On New Year, they don't respect it that much. But what I mean is, like, on a Saturday, people literally turn off the music because it's 10 p.m. because that's the polite thing to do, and it's very rude to keep on the fun. For us, it would be quite the opposite. It would be kind of rude from any neighbor to complain about music at 10 p.m. You would have to have a repeated party or a constant noise from a neighbor to actually complain about their music. And it would never be at 10 p.m. I would say that it would be around midnight. And number 16, and this one is super fun because it's super controversial, but it's fun, is in Czech Republic, you say hi, but you don't say how are you.
How you doing?
So in Czech Republic, it's very unpolite to actually ask how are you if you really don't care how the person is. So in Spanish, for example, we say, hola, ¿cómo estás? Hello, how are you? And that actually you are supposed to just answer, hello, fine. You're not supposed to say anything else. You don't tell me your life story. It's just a way of saying hi. In the Czech Republic, that's actually considered kind of rude and even fake. So if they ask you, hello, how are you? They actually want to know how you are. You're not supposed to answer only good and you, because that's actually considered rude, I think. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments what are some of the traditions of your country or the good manners of your country that now you find weird here in the Czech Republic or vice versa. I want to know some weird cultural differences. I really enjoy that. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram. You can actually let me know there on Instagram. I would love to publish some of those in my stories. I really enjoy talking with all you guys, and thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and to give this video a big thumbs up. And also check my other videos because I know you guys are gonna love it. The last one that I published on Tuesday was a bit controversial. You might not like that one, but you might wanna go watch it. So that was it, guys. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye.